Hey everybody, it's Charlie. Awesome news. We're bringing more Justice League characters into the Flash and Arrowverse. This time it's through Legends of Tomorrow, so I'll explain what's going on because it's going to be Black Adam Shazam stuff. There's a new round of the Flash Ring giveaway. All you have to do to enter is be a subscriber, leave a comment on this video, but you might be familiar with the ISIS character from the Smallville TV show or the 1970s TV show. So Legends of Tomorrow is bringing the ISIS character on as a main character during Season 3. She'll probably get her powers from the amulet, and I'll play some of that Smallville episode because it actually does a really good job of explaining how her powers work. It references Black Adam, so this is all bringing the Shazam comics into the Flash and Arrowverse. There are a couple different versions of her origin story. She actually started out in that Secrets of ISIS TV show, then that next year in 1976, she debuted in the Shazam comics, and they changed her backstory a couple times as things went along. But because Legends of Tomorrow is sort of collapsing time on itself, we'll see how she pops up. But the way they describe her is that she's sort of like this activist archaeologist from the year 2030. So she's actually from the far future. In this final frame here, you can actually see a building from that episode where they did travel to that future timeline. They haven't announced who the villain is, but just the fact that they're bringing in more big Justice League level stuff is so awesome. It's sort of like bringing Batman in by doing all the Nightwing Titan stuff, even though technically he's already part of the universe. Right now, as far as I know, they're only able to reference them in association, so Batman exists because other Batman-related characters that would not exist without Batman are already on the TV shows. So multiverse theory, it's all in there. But on the original TV show, they never did an origin story for her character. But the story was that she found the amulet of Isis on a dig, and when she'd say, "I am Isis," it was sort of like her version of saying the power word Shazam. They would activate their powers the way that Billy Batson says it, or the way that Teth Adam says it to become Black Adam. The version they're going with on the TV show is the current version in the comics, Adriana Tomaz, but she actually didn't get that name until the 52 series, which was around Infinite Crisis, but then they did 1 year later. That's when they told the story of how she came to know Black Adam, how she got her powers. So in that version, she was brought to Adam in Kahndaq as a slave, but he grew to love her, he freed her, and then took her to the Rock of Eternity. Billy Batson had taken the mantle of the wizard Shazam. He grants a portion of Black Adam's powers to Isis so that when she says, "I am Isis," she activates and her powers work just like Black Adam's. She has a brother who's been oppressed for a long time. She tracks him down, frees him, and then Black Adam does the same thing for him. He becomes Osiris. The Smallville episode does a really fun job of condensing all this information, whereby Lois is possessed by the spirit of Isis, who's trying to resurrect Osiris. There's Easter eggs for the Wonder Woman TV show, The Lasso of Truth. You see Black Adam in there, so here's a condensed version of that.
I thought those Sex and the City girls had gaudy taste.
You might tell that to its owner, the goddess queen Isis. She spent eternity searching for the cut-up pieces of her dead husband.
According to legend, the necklace is cursed. Whatever soul dares possess it will be condemned to spend all of eternity in hell.
Hey, Clark. Do you remember when the Blur and I kissed? How could I, Lois? I wasn't there. I must locate the treasures of Isis. You said this knowledge was of great importance to me.
I'm the Blur.
That is of no importance to me. This vessel might have once been called Lois, but now it serves Isis.
Isis, I know how much you love Osiris, but you cannot sacrifice 2 lives just to see him again.
Take this body for your own and rise to rule from your rightful throne.
I totally miss Smallville, totally miss Erica Durance. When she came on as Lois, she really turned that series around for me. She made it a lot more fun. But what Legends of Tomorrow will probably do is give her a slightly different origin story. Like I said, it sounds like she's going to be from the year 2030. She'll be a rebel activist like she was in the comics, but she'll find the amulet, and that's how she'll get her powers. So as for the broader Shazam Black Adam lore, I don't know what they're able to do, what they're not able to do. But if Smallville's allowed to reference Teth Adam, then that's probably the way they'll use his name on the TV show if they decide to use him. Because in the Justice League DCEU universe, what they're talking about now is doing the Black Adam movie first, then doing the Shazam movie. I know everybody wants Armie Hammer to be Shazam, but now it sounds like what's going to happen is once they bring Superman back, is that Black Adam will be sort of a villain that he'll go up against, and it'll present the need for Shazam to surface. So even though Billy Batson already exists in the DCEU, he just hasn't got his powers yet, or we haven't met him yet if he has gotten his powers. Because before Batman v Superman, you have people like the Flash that already have his powers, but you don't really meet him until Batman gets that file on him and goes to recruit him. So if you're wondering who exists in the DC universe right now in the movies, all those heroes exist. It's just that most of them haven't been found yet. And Black Adam has been Black Adam for the last 5,000 years or so. So if anybody exists, it's him. But it'll be interesting to see how they weave his lore in with the Amazonians and Wonder Woman, because they've been around since the ancient Greeks. But Black Adam goes all the way back to the ancient Egyptians, so we'll see. He would be the oldest villain on the earth, depending on how you look at it. But what's happening is Legends of Tomorrow is still going to be Tuesday nights after The Flash. As far as I know, it has not moved to Wednesdays. Episode 1 is dropping October 10th. That's the second week in October. So leave all your requests for bonus videos. There'll be more Flash, Arrow, DC TV stuff happening next week. There's more Black Panther. There's new Game of Thrones. And just because I was so bummed out about it, I didn't want to make a video just because I feel like I couldn't get through it, but just wanted to say goodbye to Adam West. We'll remember him forever. He passed away this week. He had been such a big influence on all of comic book, TV, movies, all the people that are making those things nowadays. He inspired so many people. He will be missed.
Your orange juice, sir. Batman special.
You interest me, strangely. I accept your invitation.
Do we dare?
Why not?
Yes, of course, why not? Of what use is a dream, if not a blueprint for courageous action? Show me Miss Kitka, or I'll wreck this place with my dying breath. You filthy criminals.
Leave all your thoughts about him in the comments, and while you wait for everything else to post, click here for more Flash, and you can click here to rewatch that Black Panther trailer. Thank you so much for watching. Let's high five. I'll see you guys tonight.